Что пойдет после стрима разрабов? После стрима разрабов мы посмотрим новости ТГА, потом мы позалипаем в... Кстати, сегодня пятница, да? Потом мы позалипаем в Геншин, а потом я буду вот эту вот игруху спонсорскую. Пока можете пройтись. Пройти по ссылочке.
Time to shop for the latest fashions at Chioria Boutique. Huh. Don't you think something sounds a little off about that line?
Yeah, this is Chioria Boutique that we're talking about. I feel like we need something that sounds, I don't know, a little more extravagant, maybe?
We'll have to talk about it later. The lights have been turned on and the audience is already here. The program is starting.
Oh, hi.
Они там собирались пройтись за шмотками, а в итоге попали на спешл программу. Ей. Да, спасибо за 7
У
месяц.
меня завтра садка закончится, но поздравления на месте. Поразительно, Тиан.
Camera operator. That can be a pretty technical job. Are you really up to it?
Ролик продает Навию, вон у нее там ветер юбку сдувает.
Wait, you put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't in the shots. Positions, everyone!
Nice to meet you. I am Navia, the president, leader, commander-in-chief, executive director, and boss of Spina di Rosula. Hey there!
Расула стреляет зонтиком. Дерется им же. Двурук. Подожди, это выглядит как копье, а не двурук. Но крутится как двурук. Пушками стреляет. Прикольно.
Cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready.
Whoa, Marina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Props and lighting set the scene. Actors can get their makeup done. Extras go over your positions.
Судя по тому, чури какая-то. Судя по тому, как они рекламируют камеры, туда будет большой ивент про снятие фильма.
You're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
Your crimes are evident.
Шиврёз. Опечится.
Drop your weapons. Justice will prevail.
Дизайнер из Инадзуми, известная фонтейн, сделала одежду для Кирара.
The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. We'll move on to the next scene.
You mean...
Did you really think you'd get away?
Shivrёz.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Отличный ивент про фильмец. Уже вижу, что можно скипнуть патчик. Дождаться мейн-сюжета, дождаться этого. Дождаться какого-нибудь братана. Как его зовут-то? Я опять забыл. Дейнсвейфа. Дождаться Дейнсвейфа. Вот. Видимо, до следующего патчика я не зайду. Ну, может быть, выкручу Навию. Может быть, выкручу Навию. Я уже говорил много раз, что я устал от... Я не душнила. Я вам говорю, что мне надоело выполнять скучные ивентики. Мне надоело, что в игре нет боевого контента. Поэтому я жду боевого контента и параллельно прохожу мейн-сюжет. Билет на Звездный экспресс. На игру года, кстати. Мобильный. Я ж никого не уговариваю.
Welcome back to the version 4.3 special program, everyone. I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of Lumine, and today I'm joined by...
Hey everybody, I'm Brenna Larson, the voice of Navia, president of the Spina di Rosula. And I'm Erica Lindbeck, the voice of Shivrёz.
Не знаю, Пепега, не существует там таких ивентов.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first time we've had you two on the special program.
So excited.
It's so great. Okay, so actually, we have a tradition on the program where we all get
Юрий,
to
ты
sing
единственный
every one of
душный,
a
кто
song.
ждет весь день Геншин, не смотрит другую
Right.
игру,
I've seen
спрашивает
special
10
programs
раз,
before.
когда стрим по Геншину, во сколько
I love
Геншин, во сколько
Genshin.
Геншин, а потом пишет, что я душный. Сиди в тайм-матче.
Genshin Impact. No, okay.
Ooh.
Back to business, back to business.
При том, что я пришел
Like we
стримить
mentioned before,
стрим
this
разрабов по
program is
Геншину.
sponsored by the Chioria Boutique. So while we're sharing content from version 4.3, I also wanted to get some inspiration for shooting commercials for the boutique.
We don't want to let our client down.
Yeah, and speaking of new content, we can't have a new version without introducing some new characters. As you already saw in the trailer, Navia and Shivrёz will be our new playable characters.
Филогорий.
I'm sure many of our viewers
Навию
are
можно
already
покрутить.
familiar
Навию я
with
давно
Navia
ждал,
after
не
seeing
знаю.
her
Примагемов,
throughout
конечно, на
Fontaine
Тван реально не
Quest.
останется тогда, но...
But who is Shivrёz?
Who
Хаза.
indeed? Other Fontaine characters have already mentioned Shivrёz before in their voice lines, but Shivrёz will finally be making an official appearance in version 4.3.
I'm so excited!
So exciting.
Oh, by the way, what do you think of letting one of our characters from the new version take the lead role in our commercial?
Oh, well, I mean, if we're shooting a video for Chioria Boutique, then I think Navia...
Задонатишь на первый аккаунт? Не, я не буду на него что-то
After all,
донатить.
Navia's clothing was designed by Chiori herself.
Wait, Erica, that was actually a really natural
Перевод
sounding
стримчика
song.
нет,
Did it
не
for
будет.
Chioria Boutique? You're amazing at this.
Я переведу
I
важную
know it sounds like
информацию.
product
Их
placement, but
веселые разговорчики о
Chiori
том,
really
что
was the
они...
designer who created Navia's outfit.
О том, как они
Next, let's have a
разговаривают
look at the fashion show.
о красивых шмоточках и о том, что кто-то будет главным ведущим. Я не хочу просто так переводить, сори.
I always say that
No,
blind optimism isn't the answer. Get your ass back here! You have to go out and seize it with your own two hands. This one's got your name on it. A proper send-off.
Ульта забавная. И юбку нормально так колышет на ветру после выстрела этими ядрами.
I'm sorry, can we take a moment to appreciate how perfectly Chiori customized Navia's clothes and accessories to reflect her personality? She clearly pays a lot of attention to the small details.
Erica, I love how serious.
Короче, да, говорят, что Чиори сделала супер красивые шмотки для
While we're on
Нави.
this topic, though, Navia's parasol seems pretty interesting. On the outside, it looks like a delicate accessory used to block out the sun, but on the inside, there's actually a secret firearm that can be used to ward off enemies at a moment's notice.
В общем, казалось бы, это элегантный зонтик, но на самом деле это оружие.
Exactly. Even when it comes to her enemies, Navia is not the type to eschew basic etiquette.
Все-таки это
So
двурук,
she
но у нее
prefers
почему-то
to
двурук в виде
maintain
седа,
appropriate
секира.
distance while in combat. While using her elemental skill, Navia opens her gunbrella and fires multiple Rosula shard shots that can pass through opponents, dealing geo damage upon a
О,
successful
боже мой,
strike.
целиться можно.
For a period of time after using her elemental skill, Navia's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will deal increased damage and become infused with the power of geo.
Ага,
which
получает
cannot be
геоинфузию
When
после
Navia's in
нажатия
combat, there are
кьюшки
these little
и
markings
усиляет
around
свои
her
базовые
voice.
тычки и
I
заряженные и
wonder if
так
that's
далее, и
some
так
sort of
далее. То
ammo
есть,
for
ну,
the
второй
gunbrella?
ит, судя по всему.
Yes, you guessed it.
Ну
When
и
a
у кьюшки
character in
есть
the
заряды,
party
видимо.
obtains an elemental shard created from the crystallized reaction, Navia will gain crystal shrapnel charges. Navia will consume these charges after unleashing her elemental skill. Her skill damage increases with the number of charges that she's accumulated.
Она
Oh,
кристаллами
okay.
усиляет
So you're
свою
saying that
кьюшку.
Navia's
Видите,
elemental
собранными
skill becomes
кристаллами
more
кьюшка
powerful
становится
as she
сильнее.
works together with other characters in the party to trigger the crystallized reaction.
Yes, exactly.
Так что
Okay,
это
great.
первый персонаж от
Navia's
кристаллизации.
elemental verse
Пог.
calls forth the Rosula Dorata Salute, which unleashes a massive bombardment on opponents in front of her.
Да, видимо,
periodically
какое-то
dealing geo-elemental
время
damage. I
накладывает
should also mention that
элементалочку и
Navia
будет
will
создавать,
accumulate
соответственно,
crystal
кристаллы.
shrapnel charges at certain intervals if she strikes enemies with the Rosula Dorata Salute.
А еще, когда
Now
ульта
that
по
salute
врагам
is
попадает, то
spectacular.
кьюшка тоже
That's
набирает
awesome.
заряды.
I heard that the Spina di Rosula
Даже
likes to
усиленные
perform
заряды,
firearm
видите.
salutes before important
Ну, короче, видимо,
negotiations.
основной урон
You
будет
know,
либо с
as a way to
кьюшки, либо с
celebrate future
усиленных
success. Don't
базовых
misunderstand, you
заряженных
guys, it's
тычек,
not an intimidation
а
tactic at all.
Oh.
ульта нужна для набора
Yeah,
этих
I
вот
guess
зарядов,
that's
короче.
just the Spina's way of
Кьюшка,
showing
Ешка.
respect. in their own way.
Yeah, totally.
Not intimidating at all.
No.
As the president of the
Ну вы поняли, я просто в Ханкай
Навии is
переиграл.
always trying to collect the latest intel by exploring all corners of Fontaine. When Navia is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition in Fontaine,
И фонтейнские экспедиции приносят больше
Okay, so
предметов.
we just mentioned that
Сколько звезд
Navia
по
is the president
пятизвездную,
of
но
the
вообще
Spina di
очевидно.
Rosula. So I think we should bring up Spina's contributions to averting Fontaine's prophesized crisis.
КПС снимает?
I mean,
Нет,
it was
вроде
all
нет.
thanks
Ничего
to Navia's
ничего
leadership.
не говорилось.
Exactly. Some people even lost their lives during that disaster. I'm certain that those events weighed heavily on
Драйвер
Navia,
по пачке
but she
мультиэлементов.
remained tough and committed to leading the
Потому
Spina.
что кроме ее на Кристалла
Yeah,
никто
and
пока
while
не
we're on the topic
работает.
of Fontaine's crisis, though the prophesized dangers are over, the town is probably still busy rebuilding everything, right? I bet Navia's gonna be occupied with that for a long time.
Oh, definitely. That's something that travelers will be able to see for themselves. Navia's story quests, the Rosa Multiflora chapter,
Ну
will
и
become available
глава
in version
квестовая,
4.3.
соответственно,
The
сюжетная
Spina will
с
be
Навией.
working diligently to rebuild Poisson. Though repairing the houses will be straightforward, the emotional distress may be much more difficult to address. If you're curious about how Navia and her crew are going to proceed, then be sure to check
Что-то
it
они
out.
там перестраивать, выстраивать снова, видимо, будут
I'm
городок.
looking forward to seeing what happens. Okay,
Отстраивать
so
и
now that we've introduced Navia, it's time for Shivrёz
Не,
to
мы
be
все,
in the
да-да-да, там
spotlight.
вроде после кьюшки была,
Okay,
если
I know that
если
she's a
заряженную
newcomer,
сделать, там
you
вроде бы
probably
был
can't
выстрел
wait
чем-то.
to learn more about her. So let's get right into it.
Okay, how should I introduce her? First off, Shivrёz is the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
неё
It's a
костюмчик
Fontainian
прикольный.
organization that handles all sorts of difficult
Полностью
cases
вот
and
такой
dangerous
отсюда
criminals.
до...
She doesn't like to appear in public without good because so if you happen to run into her, it's likely that you're in some sort of trouble.
But as long as you're a law-abiding citizen, there's no need to worry. Shivrёz is actually really easy to get along with outside of work.
Ну, они сказали, что она коп.
Oh, Feastos are just the best
Это
snack.
как бы довольно
They're easy
очевидно.
to carry with you and go with so many sauces.
Обожает картошечку на эти... Ну, короче, снейки вкусненькие, типа чипсик.
Hands where I can see 'em.
Это, походу, ульта была. Большой выстрел с бомбочками.
What? That was so fire. And I'm not just talking about her skills.
Oh my gosh, look at her idle animation. I
Да, анимация
love
со
that she
вкусняшками
loves
топ.
snacks.
Mhm.
That is so awesome.
She's a girl's girl, and she gets it.
Yeah, she gets it. She really does. She's not exactly what you'd expect from the captain of the Special Patrol, though, right?
I guess that's kind of true. I mean, Shivrёz's work as a captain can be really stressful. I mean, I can't blame the girl for indulging every once in a while to relieve some stress. She even adjusts her training regimen to make up for her snacking habits. In fact, she trains more than any other member of the Special Patrol.
Он говорит, тренируется очень много, чтобы ну, компенсировать за вкусняшки, которые кушает. Очень часто.
The Special Patrol prioritizes combat ability above all else, so the organization often attracts some eccentric personalities.
Okay.
Yeah. The Special Patrol used to have problems with insubordination, but ever since Shivrёz took control, everyone has fallen into line, which does not surprise me at all. She commands respect among her peers, and she's a formidable fighter, and she leads by example. Though she demands excellence from her platoon, she holds herself to even higher standards. She always tries to be an example for others to follow, whether it's investigating cases or in marksmanship practice.
And it looks like a lot of her skills involve using a musket. She must be a pretty good shot.
For sure.
Скиллы мушкетные,
Shivrёz and her
соответственно.
musket are basically partners in crime. They're inseparable.
Северус нет,
She
Шиврёз
definitely
ее
knows her
перевели.
way around a firearm. Shivrёz uses her musket to fire at opponents during her elemental skill. For a period of time after
Выстрел,
unleashing her
можно также
elemental skill,
целиться.
Shivrёz will continuously restore HP to the active character on the field.
Восстанавливает
During
ХП
her
активным
elemental
персонажем.
burst,
Хиллер,
Shivrёz
лол.
fires an explosive grenade with her musket, which will split into
Пьюшкой
secondary explosive
хиляет.
shells upon impact. Haha, impact.
Whoa.
Ха-ха,
Wait,
импакт.
I noticed that Shivrёz has bullet-like markings around her during combat. Can she shoot a special type of ammo?
That's right. Chevreuz obtains an overcharged ball when a nearby party member triggers the overloaded reaction.
С оверлодом,
Holding
да,
Chevreuz's
работает.
elemental skill will consume this special ammo to unleash an even more
Получается,
powerful
при
pyro attack that
взрыве
covers a larger
получает
AoE.
специальный вот этот
This
заряд,
attack will
который
also
усиляет
grant an
Ешку
attack buff
и
to all pyro and electro characters in the party.
Okay, so that's
соответственно,
where the
усиливает.
name
Так что с
overcharged ball
ней
comes from.
лучше всего
Chevreuz
юзать,
actually
да.
came up with the name herself. She was
Электропира
reading a
персов.
novel where the protagonist believed that names held a lot of power.
Что-то говорят,
If you
ее
give something a cool
звали
sounding name,
Overcharge
then you've given
Princess
yourself
или
an
что-то
advantage
такое. Может
over
быть,
your
сама
enemies.
такое
That
придумываешь.
kind of logic resonated with her, I guess.
Well, I guess she has a point.
Oh, I should also mention what
Короче, крутой
happens if
взрыв,
Chevreuz
да,
is
да,
paired with
очень.
all pyro and electro characters. If your party contains at least one character of either type, then triggering the overloaded reaction will cause an opponent's pyro and electro resistances to decrease.
Okay, so
Если
it
пачка
seems like
состоит
Chevreuz
только
could
из
really
пиро и
shine in
электроперсов,
overload team comp. But I also did
взрыв
notice that
снижает
Chevreuz isn't
электро
solely
и
limited to a
пирорезисты.
musket. She
Жестко
also
выглядит
uses a
сильно.
polearm in combat. Okay, honestly, if I were a criminal, I feel like I'd be pretty nervous if she came after me.
Oh, for sure. Most people who have
Обязательный
something to hide
саппорт
avoid her like
под
their lives
перегрузка
depend on
пачки,
it.
если
And
такие
maybe
существуют
it
вообще.
does.
Да,
In all
Нилу только
seriousness, though, that's why
4-звездная.
Chevreuz trains so hard.
Так
She
что
has
вряд
to
ли
be
она
able to
будет
catch
прям
a
уж
wide
сильно
variety
много
of cunning criminals who
наносить.
try to evade her at all costs. So when Chevreuz is in your party, stamina consumption from sprinting is
И
decreased.
снижает стамину.
Oh, I love that.
These two new characters are great.
20
Both of them
стамины
would be
под
great
шифтом.
leads in our commercial. I don't know, it's so hard to choose.
I know. And I will make this even harder for you.
Oh no.
We're about to take a look at what event wishes that travelers can look forward to in version 4.3. The candidate pool for the lead role of our commercial is about to get even bigger.
Oh,
my
no. In the first half of version 4.3, travelers can
Вот
look
и
forward to
баннеры
event wishes
Навия
for
плюс
Navia and
Айка.
Ayaka. A new 5-star Claymore, Verdict, will also
Клеймор
be
в
featured in
виде
the weapon
топора.
event wish.
In the second half of version
Во второй
4.3,
половине
we'll have
Райден Юми и
returning event wishes from the Raiden
Шиврёз.
Shogun and Yoimiya. During this
Эх,
time,
Шиврёз,
will
не
also
повезло
receive
тебе,
a
могла бы
huge
с
drop
Навией
rate boost.
выпасть.
Be sure to check them out if you're interested.
That's awesome. Travelers can also look forward to 2 new artifact sets in version 4.3.
Новый сет
Songs of
артефактов.
Days
Ог.
Past and Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods. Be sure to keep an eye on future announcements to learn more about them.
This seems like the perfect time for our first
Следите за
break.
будущими
We've shared a
анонсами.
ton of
Пока, видимо,
information
не
so far, and
покажут.
I bet travelers could use some time to digest it all.
You're right, for sure.
Definitely.
Let's take a break while we take a look at the second group of redemption codes. The version 4.3 special program is brought to you by Chioriya Boutique and will return
Так, а
shortly.
как там коды ввести, да? Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду. А если коды не забираешь месяц, они пропадают? Наверное, да? А можете первый код кто-нибудь еще скинуть, который был? В смысле через сутки? Нет. То, что их надо ввести, это понятно. А пропадают через сколько? На почте. «30 дней, блин, 30 дней это мало. Я сейчас введу, а они
Welcome back,
пропадут.
everyone. So, we've thoroughly discussed our casting
Так,
options.
ивент, который даст какой-то
The
клеймор.
content of the commercial is also important, right?
Уникальный.
Do you have any ideas?
И его пробуду
If we're making a
соответственно.
commercial for Chioriya Boutique, then how about
Блин,
we
клеймор пропускать не
include
хочется,
some event
кстати,
footage of
халявный.
Chiori?
Yay!
Chiori
Вы не
is
видите,
actually
здесь
going to
просто
appear in the event for
эти,
version 4.3.
материал возвышения.
Well, the
Зайди
travelers
после
have been able to
стрима.
see her store in the court of Fontaine. They'll finally get to meet her in person.
Yes, I know. Travelers can also look forward to meeting Ayaka and Ayato in Fontaine.
Ух, на клеймор, ну
Chiori
не знаю,
suggested that they
клеймор,
should
да,
stop
со
by,
скотчем.
so here they are.
So cool.
Hey, this is actually the perfect time for a word from our sponsor. An Inazuma-born fashion icon, Chiori! Chioriya Boutique is your one-stop shop for the latest and most influential fashion in
Как
Fontaine.
же они достали рекламить эту Чиори
That is right.
и их ее
Chiori is
одежду.
acquainted with the Kamisato siblings because she's also from Inazuma. She actually introduced Ayaka and Ayato to Xavier and recommended that they make the trip to Fontaine for the
Короче,
Fontinalia Film
она
Festival.
познакомила их с Ксавьером, и они все поехали в Фонтейн снимать
The
фильм.
Fontinalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights. According to the myths, they went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archon Egeria to Fontaine.
It's one of the most important festivals in Fontaine, like what the Windbloom Festival is to Mondstadt and Lantern Rite is to Liyue.
Ah, so exciting!
The Fontaine Film Association proposed the Fontinalia Film Festival earlier this year.
Оружие похоже на шестизвездку, но оно, видимо, это, видимо, реквизит со съемок с каким-то названием.
Well, we can see Farina working with Ayaka and the others here. So wait, does this mean that there's a chance that Farina might win the Farina Award? Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to leave you in
Зайдёшь за время
suspense.
патч 3-4 раза,
If
как будет
travelers
full
are
event
curious
доступен,
about what
пройдёшь.
Ayaka and the others are doing in Fontaine, or
Я
how
же не
Farina
захожу в
fared,
Genshin, так что,
you'll
наверное,
just
не
have to
зайду.
play the event when the new version becomes available.
Нет, дневник разрабов
So
не
we
читаю.
know that several friends from Inazuma will be in Fontaine for the Fontinalia Film Festival, but travelers have so much more to be excited about. Travelers will also have the opportunity to participate in a variety of
Да,
activity
конечно,
booths
скоро же
during the
Indians.
festival. Each one will have a different theme.
Вот эта вот девушка, это вот Чиори, это которая им всем одежду сшила.
The first activity booth
Навии и
is the
прочим.
1000-pace interdiction arc-minute sharpshooting zone. In this
Геймплей
activity, travelers will use
ивента.
the special security and surveillance patrol simulation device to practice targeting
Жесть,
and
шутя,
The special patrol wanted the
Тир в
public to
бедных
experience
хиличуров
fun
стрелять со
target
снайперки.
practice.
shooting. And the second activity booth
Вторая
is called
активность,
Trick Shots,
боевая.
Tricky Lights. In this activity, travelers will use the studio's special lighting effects to film a fight scene. Take advantage of the
Видимо, надо
buffs
будет
brought about by the special lighting effects to defeat an endless stream of opponents and obtain a higher
битву
score.
специальными,
So cool.
со
Those
специальными
special lighting
эффектами.
effects are really giving off old movie vibes. Navia's movements are also super smooth. It's all so atmospheric.
Oh, for sure.
Нави
But
там прям
not
летает.
everyone is enjoying the fun and
Подпрыгивает.
games. Travelers will meet a contract employee at the third activity booth. She needs some help with her demanding client. During the activity Extreme Drive, travelers will help her test out stabilization mecha balls.
Look at how the traveler
Жесть, это
chases
что,
after those
ПВП? Каждый
stabilization
должен
mecha balls.
носить
Okay, I bet
шары
that
в свою
contract employee can
собственную
relate since she's
эту,
being chased down by that client.
Totally.
в свои собственные
Stabilization mecha balls
ворота.
seem pretty ordinary, but they're actually very agile.
Нет, это
They'll
не
automatically
просто
avoid all
кооп, это
testers by moving in the
ПВП.
opposite direction of your movement. You can find jump boosters around the testing grounds. Travelers can use them to jump higher and further, which is perfect for quickly traversing to the other side of a stabilization mecha ball. Travelers in co-op matches will have to find a way to herd as many stabilization mecha balls into their target area as possible within the time limit.
Люди
The more
ливнут,
mecha balls
нельзя
that end up
вводить
in your
ПВП в
area, the
Геншин.
more points you'll earn.
The fourth activity booth is called Into the Frame. In
Четвертая
this activity, travelers will get to
активность.
shoot their own scenes by experimenting with different camera positions and narration techniques.
Фотки.
Cool, we get to make a movie. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Travelers might remember helping out Xavier with
Нужно,
some
ну, типа не
filmmaking back in
фотки, а свой
Inazuma, but
собственный
this seems more
фильм
professional.
снимать.
Wait,
Там
maybe
несколько
this can be the
фоток
inspiration
подряд
for our
ты
commercial.
вставляешь
Oh.
и
Now that I think about
делаешь
it,
свой
a
фильм.
Fontanian man went to Inazuma to shoot a film. I guess international travel can be a source of artistic inspiration. That must have also been true in Chiori's case, since she opened Chioria's boutique in Fontaine.
Ooh, that could be a strong theme for our commercial. Actually, Ayaka and Ayato aren't the only Inazumans traveling abroad in version 4.3. Kuki Shinobu just arrived in Liyue for her class reunion.
Yeah, and Ito decided
Следующие
to tag along as the
ивентики.
boss of the
Куки
Arataki
Шинобу
gang.
вернулась
And
в
he brought
Лиюе
his
на
own
как на
Kabuto with him. I think he's
восстановление
plans to train
какого-то
his
своего
beetles for
класса,
battle.
а Аратаки
The
снова...
Arataki blazing
Они там
armor
классом
beetle
своим
battle
собираются, она же
bootcamp.
училась
That
в
name is
Лиюе на
definitely
кого-то, я
very
не помню,
Ito.
юриста.
Right, for sure.
А Аратаки
And
снова
there was also
вводят
a
свой
beetle
бой
battle
жуков.
event
Да.
in version 3.4, right? Ito battles against a super powerful
Пока,
beetle battler.
пока Шинобу
I believe
свалила.
his name was Grandmaster Hanakado.
Yep. Grandmaster Hanakato made an impressive
встречу
showing during the
выпускников.
last Beetle Battle event. This time, he's made the trip to Liyue with Ito. It seems like the two of them have met a mysterious
А Ита тоже
new
поедет в
feudal battle
Льюэ, видимо.
master.
What? Who is it? Tell us.
Tell us, tell us,
Где
tell us.
встретят мистического мастера жуков.
Travelers will
Не
have
могу
to
это
discover
сдавать,
their
говорит.
identity during the event. Aside from meeting this
О, нет,
mysterious
этот один в
new feudal
один.
battle master, travelers can also look forward to new ways to battle. While the
Не
movement and
один в
charge
один,
mechanics
видите,
remain
новые
unchanged from
способы
the original
драться,
event,
теперь через
travelers
щиты
can now
надо
also
драться.
instruct Onikabuto to use guard to defend against electro bullet and jet stream attacks.
Защищаться
Make
от
use of the
новых видов
movement,
ударов.
charge, and guard strategies to topple your opponents no matter what they throw at you. Master them, and you'll be ready to tackle the ultimate trial of the strong.
Жуки эволюционируют.
Ooh, trial of the strong. Travelers can look
Что?
forward to encountering an old friend in the Fontainian countryside. That's right. Ullman came to
Дальше
Fontaine and he brought his
возвращается
treasure map
ивент
and
с
treasure-seeking Sealy along with him.
фейками, теперь в
Our mini
фонтейне.
Sealy friend is back!
So cute. Travelers can help restore the Sealy's vitality by absorbing energy from the locations that are marked on Ullman's treasure map. In return, the Sealy will guide us to the locations of buried treasure. After collecting ancient
Собираем
iron
закопанное
coins
сокровище.
during this event, you can exchange them for various rewards, including a mini
Жуках
Sealy
бы
in your
попозже
preferred
зашло.
color.
Да.
Ooh. Okay, so in the event preview, it looked
Новый
like some of the
цвет.
treasure is located underwater, but
Бриллианс.
when I first arrived in Fontaine, I discovered that Sealy
Она
couldn't
как
follow
будто
me
ничем не
underwater.
отличается от
Is
синей.
this treasure-seeking Sealy different?
That is very observant of you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
In this iteration of the Lost Riches event, a new mini Sealy named Brilliance will be available. This new mini Sealy can travel underwater.
Она может плавать под водой, в отличие, видимо, от других.
Treasure isn't the only thing that you'll discover in Fontaine's countryside. You might also come across a mysterious domain guarded by a unique swordmaster who searches for the meaning of battle. During the Dance of Resolute Will, travelers will
Видимо,
get the
какой-то
chance to
боевой
participate in
ивент, где
combat
можно
challenges. Each challenge stage will contain 2 rounds. Travelers must select their
монстрами
party
в
composition
двух
before
раундах.
the challenge
Да.
starts.
Эля,
One of
приветики.
your chosen characters must be used in both rounds, but no other character can be repeated.
Один перс должен обязательно
After you
быть
complete a
использован в
blade
двух
dance
раундах, а
objective during a
остальных
challenge,
повторять
you will obtain
нельзя.
a heightened verve buff. Defeating opponents while heightened verve is active will grant you more points.
Ну, там какой-то баф,
Another
там.
old friend is returning in
Можно
version
очки получать.
4.3. That's right, it's Lieben! Yay!
Давно
And
не
if
видели
Lieben
Бенни.
is around, then that must mean we'll have a chance to trade a bunch of items for primo gems again.
Ooh, exciting! Okay, so
Алло.
it looks like Lieben isn't the only old friend we'll be
Не
reunited with in
единственный
version
старый друг, с
4.3.
которым мы
Several familiar
который
faces will be
возвращается.
joining the Genius
С
Invocation
новой
TCG.
карточки
After this
появляются
update,
в...
travelers will have the opportunity to challenge characters around Fontaine.
Ooh.
A new Fontaine
И
themed
можно
table
будет подраться с
customization will
новыми
also be
врагами с
available.
Фонтейне. Видели? Сеньора, играбельный
I'm so excited
персонаж
to
к
see
100.
players challenge the Melazines.
I know, so exciting.
Mhm.
Travelers can look forward to the addition of several new cards, including 6 new character cards, plus
6
5
новых
new monster
персонажей,
cards,
5 новых
such as
монстров.
Dvalin, Signora, and Ajdaha
Dvalin,
will be
Signora,
obtainable from the
Ajdaha.
corresponding tavern challenges. But that's not all. The Forge Realms Temper event will also be making a reappearance, and there will be an update to the heated battle mode. Be on the lookout for future announcements.
There's TCG content to look forward to outside the game as well. The Genius Invocation TCG Asia Invitational
Ну и
will
также в
officially
TCG
begin in
они
January
запустили, видимо,
2024.
турнир какой-то в Азии. да.
Mhm. Travelers can look forward to some friendly competition between 16 of the top TCG players all across Asia. I heard they're some of the best in the region. So
16
cool.
топ
Be sure
игроков
to
в
follow
Азии
the
будут
Astro Carnival X
играть.
or Twitter account to stay up to date on the latest news about this epic showdown.
Oh my gosh, this is all so exciting!
Кто-нибудь смотрел вообще турнир? Потому что был же недавно, буквально. вот.
Because we're taking a short
5
break
дней
to look
назад
at the
или
next
что-то
group of
такое.
redemption codes. We'll be back to sharing more exciting information about version 4.3 in just a moment.
Он просто еще, блин, начался там что-то в 12 ночи или что-то такое. Активировалась. В 3 утра? Не, мне кажется, чуть пораньше что-то. Ну, поздно было, да, поздно. Я просто прямо перед сном увидел, что Геншин анонсировал стрим. Я такой, типа, ладно. Вах. Расходимся, 3 промокода анонсировали. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, travelers! We've introduced a lot of content, and we've gotten a ton of inspiration for our commercial. Honestly, our promotion is definitely shaping up.
Totally.
But before we reveal our new idea, let's dive into the system
Ну,
optimization.
по поводу оптимизации, видимо, это то, что рассказывали в дневниках разработчиков, да?
First, we have some artifact-related optimizations to introduce. With an ever-increasing amount of artifact sets to choose from, many travelers may have been hoping for a better and quicker way to filter and locate desired artifacts. After the version 4.3 update, travelers can check out artifact set recommendations for a given character to see what artifact sets
рекомендация. Нельзя было просто ввести сеты артефактов. Ну ладно, ну тоже нормально.
An automatic locking function has been added. Now, when filtering artifacts in your inventory, you can lock the artifacts that fit your filter specifications in batches. With the automatic locking function, newly acquired artifacts that fit your locking criteria will automatically be locked when added to your
Автоматически
inventory.
лочит артефакты, которые тебе типа подходят по фиксам. Нифига себе, на четырехстатнике можно лочить. Ладно, вот это прикольно. Ну, блин, все равно после захода в данж просматриваешь арты.
Okay.
Yes. Of course, if you can lock artifacts in batches, you can unlock them in batches as well.
Можно кусками лочить, а можно и кусками разлочивать.
That's not all though. Travelers will
Что-то
be
прям
able to
какие-то
sort
сложные
artifacts by
механы.
3 different attributes.
3 новых
Plus, the artifact
атрибута на
enhancement screen will allow travelers to add a greater amount of enhancement
сортировку.
materials at once. An enhancement limit feature will also be available. Hopefully, these optimizations will not only make artifacts easier to find, but also
Можно
quicker to level.
отключить
Be on the lookout for
увеличение
future
x2,
announcements to learn more.
x4.
The project team is always working hard
Сколько
to
там он,
address
x2,
your survey.
x5, а можно
So,
включить
travelers
обратно.
should look forward
Ну и в
to
принципе
further
больше
artifact-related
предметов можно
optimizations in
закинуть.
future version updates. Improvements to equipping artifacts
Зачем?
and
Не
other
знаю.
artifact-related optimizations are all in the works.
In addition, the project team has made adjustments to
Чтобы когда
provide
ты
smoother
долутал
ascension and
типа
enhancement
последний уровень, не
experiences for
знаю.
travelers. When you level up a character, enhance an artifact, or enhance a weapon, you no longer have to click so many pop-up windows.
Oh, that's awesome. As a
Ага,
new player,
теперь
using a few 1- and 2-star materials to level
шмоток тоже
artifacts,
можно
the whole
серых
process
шмоток,
might
там
feel a
синих
bit
шмоток
slow,
проще.
especially with pop-up windows.
И возвышаете
Totally.
пробуждение
This
пушек
new
теперь ускоряет.
optimization
Ну так,
significantly
в
reduces
оптимизации
the
это
amount of
хорошо,
pop-up
это
windows
все
that we have to
здорово.
click through. So travelers can look forward to a much smoother enhancement and leveling process. The next optimization has made it easier to repeat domain challenges.
Проще проходить данжи, вот это тоже говорили много раз. Что появляешься прям в центре, ну, поближе. Нажав continue, сразу же появляешься рядом с ключиком. Вот эта тема, да.
So, happy farming, everyone!
Окей. Да, ну там
This will
всякие
make it
вот
way
эти вот...
easier for players to farm
Блин,
artifacts
лочить
for
большими
Navia.
кусками с
Yeah,
автолок. Не знаю, все равно сам
In
просматриваешь. Значит,
addition,
автолока.
version 4.3 has made it easier to clear your quest backlog.
Если же нужно бежать к дереву.
Our
Ну,
Conquest
да.
Chapter 2, Act 4, In the Depths, An Unexpected Reunion, takes place in the underground mines of the chasm. In the past, travelers had to complete the world quest, Chasm Spelunkers, and the Heavenly Stones debris before being able to proceed to the Archon quest. In this update, travelers no longer need to complete those 2 world quests.
Короче, разрешают
Travelers can speak
идти
directly to the miner who issued the
в
commission to
шахты,
unlock a teleport waypoint.
не
It will
делая до
take
этого
them
какие-то
to the
квесты.
corresponding area and automatically trigger
И
the next
автоматически
steps of the Archon quest.
телепортироваться вот в этот вот.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Это не
This will
новый квест,
hopefully
это
make it
типа
easier for travelers to quickly progress to
старый
Archon
квест
quest.
разлома. В разлом можно
So
просто
cool. So that'll make it
портануться.
significantly easier for new or lapsed players to access the Archon quest and claim those sweet intertwined
Здесь таймер
fates as
скиллов
fast
тоже
as
сбрасывается, в
possible.
бездне тоже иначе кринжик стал.
Definitely.
For sure.
Может и не
Also,
сбрасывается, кстати.
one-click expeditions will be
И
available
однокликовые
starting in version
экспедиции
4.3.
забрать
This will
все.
allow travelers to claim
Отправить
expedition rewards
обратно.
and repeat expeditions
Кайф.
with a single click.
Наконец-то,
Travelers will
неужели?
also be able to claim processed ingredients and forged items with a single click.
И то же самое с
It's gonna
крафтом
make it
предметов.
easier to collect rewards from Catherine.
Definitely. There's also a ton of other quality of life improvements in this update. For example, optimizations have been made to enemy tracking with the Adventure Handbook and character selection logic during crafting and forging. In addition, when performing mystic offerings, travelers will now be able to add artifacts in batches. There's a lot to look forward to.
Также более умный крафт и кусками можно закидывать что-то там, она сказала, я не совсем понял. Тоже какой крафт, что ли?
Ah, it looks like an aquarium.
I know, right? Travelers can use ocean currents to travel between the islands in this layout. Some islands even have ponds that travelers can use to keep fish.
It looks like a cool underwater kingdom. It's just so pretty.
I know. And they'll be even prettier once
это чайник, подводный чайник, жесть.
Especially my friend's teapots.
You just want to copy their designs, don't you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Забавно.
I knew it.
I have another piece of super exciting news to share with everyone.
Не, ну,
Okay, I know, right?
да,
The
но...
annual Genshin Impact online concert, Melodies of
Концерт, вот концерт это всегда круто, 22 декабря. UTC минус 5, 7:00. То есть UTC плюс 3, это плюс 8 часов. 15:00 также. 15:00 по МСК, концерт вообще кайф. Можно будет посмотреть даже 22-го. Наверное. Два дня? Не, подожди, позже уже. 22-го, а не 12-го, ничего. Там с вами по бокам были? Не увидел. Не.
The 2023 Genshin concert held in Shanghai last September will also be online soon. So
также скоро будет в онлайне какой-то концерт, который прошел в Шанхае.
Further details will be announced across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts.
Ну и остальные новости следите, и за временем, и за датами следите
travelers can also look forward to the release of the
в официальных соцсетях.
OST album, Stellar Moments Volume 4. The album will feature 26 character songs created by the Hoyo Mix team.
Wait, we're finally getting Alhaitham and Wanderer's OSTs.
Yep, and Farina's song too. Her song All the World's a Stage has already been getting a ton of love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Еще что за сонг? Микс какие-то. Stellar Moments.
Okay, well, that's all the new information we
Это
have to
вся
share
новая
about the
информация,
update.
которую хотели
So,
рассказать об
I guess that means
апдейте.
it's time for the version 4.3 special program to come to a close.
Значит, программа заканчивается. О, нет.
But we haven't even come up with a plan for our Chioria Boutique commercial.
Они все еще не собрали план.
You're right.
Они уже сняли рекламу Чиори Бутика.
I'm certainly not going to forget the name Chioria Boutique after this.
Чиори Бутик.
Totally. Oh my gosh, we really did cover a lot of important information today.
For sure. The most important part is our final word from our sponsor, Chioria Boutique.
Где вы токсичность видите? Вообще не вижу нигде токсику.
Just kidding, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm so excited to be a part of Genshin Impact, and I cannot wait for all of you to meet Shivrёz.
Totally.
Ты же собираешься играть до конца сюжетки? Конечно, я буду по моим сюжетам играть.
And Also, can't wait for little swimming sealies.
Yes,
They are so cute.
So
Oh my goodness.
cute. And I think the new mini games are really fun, especially the one where we get to make like a little movie.
Yes.
Well,
Только токсики
I'm just
обзывают
so
других
glad that the
токсиками
three of us have
вообще.
been able to
Вот
do
так
this
вот.
special program together. This has been so much fun.
Too. Really fun.
Я не токсик.
That's all we have for the version 4.3 special program. I hope that everyone's looking forward to experiencing all this exciting new content for themselves. Be sure to check it out when the update goes live.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Так, ну, а подожди, а где реклама этого Чиори? Подожди, они же снимали какую-то рекламу и все. Весь ролик про нее говорили, про Чиори магазинчика, и в итоге, а где? Я думаю, они нам ее сейчас покажут. Блин, дед какой красавчик. Видели его броню шикарную? Это супер кайфовый дед. Что это значит? Шанксин музей какой-то. Уже закончилось. Блин, дед, конечно, кайфовый, да. Дед кайфовый. Ну, получается все. Получается все.